What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mike T from Tourist Fitness, and I'm back with another video. Now, like I promised, like the other day when I made my last video, I said I would do my personal advice on boot camp, because some of you guys are trying to go to boot camp. Some of you guys are trying to do, join the Marines or join the military. So I figured, I'd give you my advice, from what I've seen, from what I've been in, my personal advice. So, like, my first thing I would say, if you're going to boot camp, it's going to be like, you're going to boot camp, and you're not going to know a lot of people there. You may know one or two people, and say you ship with them from your recruiting station, but chances are you're going to be like alone and afraid in your platoon. You're like, oh, receiving week. You're like, what do I do? Basically, follow the person in front of you. Do what the drill instructor tells you to do, because it's for a reason. If you don't, you're gonna get messed with, and you're gonna get to know people just by going through boot camp with them. But my first tip would be make friends with the scribe. And you're like, Torres, why would you make friends with the scribe? Well, the scribe controls Firewatch, so they're like, hey, hey, make the list for Firewatch. And if you're friends with the scribe, you're like, hey, scribe, hook me up, and he won't give you Firewatch, and it saves you having to wake up for an hour, 2 hours a night and get messed with by the drill instructors, because there were some funny nights we'd be laying in our racks and someone would be getting just messed with by the drill instructor, as they're supposed to be cleaning and doing Firewatch stuff. But make friends with the scribe, because you go like, hey scribe, I have Firewatch regardless, but can you give me this hour so I don't get messed with? Usually they're like, alright, I got you. So make friends with the scribe. That's one. Step two, there are no thieves in the Marine Corps in boot camp, because you're going to get your stuff thrown around. You're going to get everything you have, like inventory, and by inventory I mean hey, dump all your stuff and kick it around, and basically mark all your stuff. Your boots, mark them with Sharpie. Everything you have, mark it, because it's going to say your name on it. And when that happens, I'm like, oh, well, I have your stuff. Like, good. Basically, so you don't get screwed over, mark all your stuff. Because if you don't, people steal that stuff. Like your boots. Like I had someone in my platoon, and he was like a size 11 in shoes, and he ended up getting for running shoes, he ended up getting a size 7. I remember he was like, he had one size 7 and one size 12. And these are running shoes. And he's like, sir, this recruit's go faster does not fit him, because it's not this recruit's. This recruit needs is George was like, oh, I guess I'm here for your needs then, right? He's like, I guess you better suck it up and deal with it. And he had to run a PFT like that. So, I don't know. Now that was for score too, so, it sucks. It was the first PFT, it wasn't the final one. But it still sucks. Running in a shoe that's not your size. So mark all your stuff, right? So we have make friends with the scribe, mark your stuff. Now, I'm going to say my third tip would be don't be that guy. By don't be that guy, I mean don't be that private pilot of your platoon. We had two people, mainly one. Well, we had three people, mainly one who's a big private pilot of our platoon. And the drill instructor would be like, hey, everyone make your racks. You got 200, and then start counting it down. And you're like, whoosh, making it hella fast. Every order he got, he was slow, or he was unable to do it in the time, or he did it incorrectly, completely incorrect. And so all our drill instructors disliked him. Our senior hated him. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna say his name, but he called him little B, the B word, so, come get on the quarterdeck, start pushing. It's we're all cleaning our rifles in second phase, and he's just there. You are. But then again, that's step 4, or my fourth tip. Clean your rifles when they say to clean your rifles, because that is important. You're gonna go shoot, and if your rifle is full of crap, you're gonna shoot terribly, because your rifle's gonna jam up, and you're gonna shoot bad, and then you're gonna have a piece box, and you don't want that. You want the expert. You want to be like, hey, look, I'm an expert, instead of, hey, I just barely got by. But training to step 4, that guy I was telling you about, our private pilot, did not clean his rifle. Like, you'd have a lot of time to clean your rifle. Like, you're all gonna sit there and clean your rifle, like, by the numbers. So like, everyone cleaned the bolt with your little toothbrush. Everyone cleaned, the barrel. Everyone cleaned the receiver, like that. Like buffer spring, buffer tube, everything. You're just gonna. So do it, because don't just sit there. Clean your rifle, because he didn't. And we were on table 2. Table 1, we were like, our drill instructors were like, oh, he's gonna shoot terrible. He's gonna be, trash. He was a sniper. He was like expert, like possible. And by possible, if you guys aren't in the Marine Corps yet, you guys don't know what that means. Basically, he hit every target in the black, like from 500 yards or 500 meters to 100 meters, standing, kneeling, prone. He hit everything. So he was like our best. If he would have done that for final qual, he would have been like the company high shooter. He would have outshot everybody. But he didn't clean his rifle, and he was kind of dumb. So what happened was, we were doing second phase, week 2 of table 2, which is close quarters shooting. So first one is long range, like 500 meters, like laying down, just like real slow, real whatever. Table 2 is more, fast. It's like, like 25 meters, you pull up real quick, bang, 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 like, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 2 to the chest, 1 to the torso. It doesn't matter. You're just like, you're doing it fast. And we're doing that. We're doing training for that before we actually went and started firing. And they were like, all right, Manahan. Oh, I said his name. Don't worry about it. I'll edit it out. And they're like, all right, here's your bolt. Like, okay, so before you even, I'm gonna restart. Before you break out, into the circles, which is what you stand in, and you zero in, shoot your rifle, shoot it, empty. It's no magazine, no rounds. You just sit there and click, click, click. That's all it is. You break your rifle down, shotgun style. What that means is you push out the pins. For the receiver, push out 1 pin. The rifle collapses open. Take out your bolt. You take out your charging handle, and you sit there and basically to show them, hey, your rifle is functioning, because it can do that basic task. And Manahan did that. I have to edit it out again. But this recruit did it, and he went like that, and his bolt didn't go in. So he's, and the PMI comes over and he looks at it, takes it from him, even that, flicks it out, and you can't put it back in. Usually you just do it and you touch on your, your chest, and usually if it's clean and it's lubricated, it will easily just, like, no problem. But this one wasn't. It was like stuck. So they're like, all right, they got all these tools. They, took out the bolt, like that big, and they're like, what the? Like, they were pretty mad. They were like, why? And we all look, because he's getting blasted by like hella drill instructors, hella shooting instructors. His bolt was like rusted, like completely. Like, they're like, it hasn't even looked like you cleaned your rifle at all. And he's like, I haven't, sir. This recruit hasn't. And we're all just like, what the hell? And yeah, he ended up getting in trouble, like a lot of trouble. Like, our senior called him a nuisance, and he's like, put all these packs on him. He's like, hold out your arms and legs and put like these main packs. And the main packs were like 60, 70 pounds each. He put like 5 or 6 of them on him, just like all over. And he's like, run back to back. And that's another story. Cause that's pretty funny. We're all sitting there, outside shooting. He's over there getting messed up. That was pretty funny. And don't be him though. Clean your rifle. And he ended up losing his bolt too. Like, how do you lose your bolt? I don't know. Like, it's so detrimental to your rifle. You put it in, And he's like, oh, I lost it. This recruit lost it. I don't know how you could lose it unless you take it apart when you're not supposed to. Because we take it, the only time you take it apart is when you are in the circles, getting ready to zero in and to snap in, and when you're cleaning the rifle. So Michi took it out when he wasn't doing any of that, which is stupid because I don't know why you would do that. But anyway, step number 5 would be to actually learn drill. So you're going to be doing drill a lot, a lot. You're going to be sitting there. First phase is all drill. Second phase, we didn't really do drill too much. Not with our rifles anyway. But we would just sit there and, do obliques and stuff like that. First phase, learn drill, with your rifle. Because, one, that's going to be, mainly, unless you do color guard or silent drill platoon. That's the only time you use drill like that with your rifle and stuff. Until you do corporal's course and sergeant's course and all that. So MCT, you don't really do that. You don't really do none of that. So you're gonna hate it. You're gonna be doing it hours on end. And it's gonna get ridiculously stupid. But enjoy it because, why not? You're stuck there anyway, unless you quit. And I don't like quitters, so you're kind of screwed. But you're stuck there, might as well enjoy it. Learn the drill because that same recruit costed us initial drill. Because you do your movements, you do, basic stuff. That was terrible, but I don't have a rifle with me right now, so I can't really show you. But basically, once you do the movement, so you're sitting there, port arms, you don't move because you already did the movement. And so if you do move, it's excess of movement and it costs you half a point. And the platoon with the most points in drill gets the victory, gets the W instead of the L against all the other platoons. And then they're like, oh, well, this platoon took final drill, this platoon took initial drill. And something you want because you get a trophy out of it. Half a point of movement, half a point per movement. Manahan, I gotta keep editing it out. It's whatever, I don't even care anymore. Basically, this recruit costed us 40 points per movement for everything. Not per movement, for everything. So he was dropping his rifle and stuff, and can't have that. And then he got messed up. Every 20 minutes they would say 1, and he was number 1. So he would run on the quarterdeck and get messed up for 30 minutes, and then he'd get up and walk away for 20 minutes, and 1, and he'd come back over there, and there he is getting messed up again. I'm not gonna lie though, he did end up quitting. He got talked into it. Me personally, I think he would have made a great Marine, and that's not sarcasm. He would make a great Marine because he took so much extra crap than all of us did. He got messed up more than anybody. He held on until the 9th or 10th week. So if you could make it that long, you could have made it 2 more weeks, and you could have just. He should have stayed in, but he didn't. He had his reasons, and it is what it is. But yeah, those are my tips. Basically, be friends with your scribe, clean your rifle, learn your drill. I forgot the rest of them because I'm on a tangent right now. Basically, do all those, and you should be alright. Listen to what your drill instructors say. Like I said, they're gonna tell you to do stuff for a reason. More so often than not, it's not gonna be for a reason. When they're training you, hey, pick up that, pick up your rack, put it down, pick it up, put it down. It's not really for a reason, but it kind of is because you're picking it up. Or hey, pick up your footlocker and squat with it. Just do squats. Squat down, squat up, squat down, squat up. Yeah. You're why? What's the point of this? Well, in second phase, you don't really PT. You hike, so you don't really PT. So you still have to kind of get a workout in. So doing that, they're making you squats, you're killing your legs. push-ups, all kinds of just dumb stuff. They're still trying to PT you because you're not really PTing. So anyway, that was the video. That was my personal advice. I'll be doing one for MCT next, and then MOS school I can't really talk about unless you're going in the aviation field, and that would be myself. So anyway, see y'all later.